Hi students, today we are going to see the important topic on financial accounting, that is classification of accounts and golden rules of an accounting. These two things we are going to discuss in this class. Before we are going to see the classification of accounts, first we should see the term what are accounts. Accounts are things which are receiving from the business or giving to the business, it is called accounts. Here the accounts broadly classified into two kinds, that is two types. That is, accounts are broadly classified into two kinds. One is personal account, another one is impersonal account. Again, impersonal account further classified into two, that is real account and another one is nominal account. That is the classification of accounts. Let us discuss one by one in detail. Now we are going to see about personal account. What is personal account? We have to give more examples for personal accounts. Personal accounts are those accounts which are named in the persons. That is, it is related with human being, that is natural persons as well as association of persons. These two things will come under personal accounts. I have to simply say that personal accounts are those accounts which are of natural persons and association of persons. Again, the personal account we have to identify in three forms, that is natural persons, artificial persons and representatives of persons. These are all three forms of personal account. What is natural person or persons? Here natural person or persons means actual human being, natural birth. Any person has born naturally. It is called personal account. Here, for example, Rama is a natural person. It is of personal account. Vignesh, he is of natural person. He is of personal account, like that. David, Muhammad, Vaishnavi, like that. The actual person or the actual human being are called natural persons, that is coming under personal account. Then what is the another form of personal account? That is artificial persons. Who are of artificial persons? These are all persons created by law. That is, company, it is an artificial person which is promoted or created by company side. Firm, it is of artificial person which was promoted or established by Indian Partnership Act. Like that, these are all artificial persons. They are created by law or by the consent act. For example, firm, it is of an artificial person, comes under personal account. company, it is an artificial person. Society, all the societies, farmer societies, the students cooperative societies, whatever may be, all the societies which are registered under the Indian Society Act, that is an artificial person which comes under personal account. Like that, educational institutions, you see, schools, colleges and universities, all these things are registered or established under the Trust Act. So these are all coming under personal account. Then government, either central government, state government or any other local government, these are all coming under artificial person under the head personal account. Then charitable trust, all the charitable trusts are promoted by a Charitable Trust Act. These are all called artificial persons which are coming under personal account. Like that, banks, all the banks which are promoted by Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949. So all the banks are treated as artificial person which are coming under personal account. Then like that, financial institutions, any club, all the association of persons or body of individuals, all things are called artificial persons. These artificial persons are coming in the personal account. Then another thing, representatives of persons. Here representative of persons are also considered as personal account. For example, that is outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, income received in advance, income accrued, capital of the owner, that is partner, drawings of the owner or partners. These are all representatives of the personal account. Here we have clearly known about the personal account as well as its various forms with examples. Next type of account is impersonal account. These impersonal account further classified into two types. That is real account, another one is nominal account. Let us discuss one by one. What is real account? Real account are those accounts which are related with assets. These real accounts can be further known by two things, that is tangible assets and intangible assets. What is tangible assets? These are all assets which can be easily identified, which can be easily seen, which can be easily felt, that is bought and sold. These assets are called tangible assets. For example, land, it is a tangible asset. Building, plant, machinery, furniture, fixtures, vehicles, cash, goods or stock. These are all tangible assets which are valued in terms of money. This value can be represented or shown in the books of accounts. That is the tangible assets. Then what is intangible assets? These are all assets which cannot be identified, which cannot be seen, which cannot be felt, which cannot be bought or sold. That is the intangible assets. For example, goodwill, copyright, patents, trademark, etc. These are all examples of intangible assets. These assets can be valued. It was shown in the books of account, that is in the final balance sheet, but it cannot be bought or sold. That is of intangible assets. Next, we have to see nominal account. What do you mean by nominal account? These are all accounts which are related to all incomes and all expenses. That is the nominal account. For example, salary, wages, rent, carriage, discount, interest, commission, advertisement, depreciation, bad debt, stationery, postage and telegram. These are all examples of nominal accounts. These can be either income or maybe of expenses. For example, if the nominal account be received became a income, the nominal account be paid as a expenses. For example, rent. Rent received became a income, rent paid becomes a expenses. That is the examples of nominal account. Now we are clear about the classification as well as meaning and examples about these three types of accounts which are very, very important at the time of writing or making a journal entry. Next, we have to see the golden rule of our accounting. That is, any commerce student, before going to study the financial accounting, they should know about the golden rules or the principles of an accounting. Let us discuss one by one. Here, the first account rule, that is personal account. You know the personal account. These are all persons or association of persons. Here, what is the rule behind the personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. That is the rule of personal account. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. That is, receiver should be debited, giver should be credited. That is the main principle in the our double entry bookkeeping system. Next account, real account. What is real account? Already we have known in the classification of accounts. These are all related with assets. See, the rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. That is, debit what comes in. Any assets comes into the business, it should be debited. Like that, any asset goes out of the business, it should be credited. That is the accounting rule of real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Then nominal accounts. You see, the nominal accounts are those accounts which are related with incomes and expenses. So, what is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses. Credit all incomes and gains. That is the nominal account rule. It means debit all expenses and losses. In your business, any loss occurred or any expenses occurred, it should be debited. Like that, any income received or gain is received, these should be credited. That is the rule of nominal account. Again, I am going to recall once again. Personal account, the rule was debit the receiver, credit the giver. Then real account, the rule was debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Then nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. These are the three golden rules of our accounting.